show you a few exercises that will help to strengthen and increase flexibility and range of movement in your fingers, hands, and wrists. I do these exercises myself. I have rheumatoid arthritis, and I find that these exercises help to increase my own range of movement. I do take medicine and I do see a doctor, so this is absolutely not a replacement for medical advice from a doctor or from medicine if that's necessary. I'm just sharing some things that in addition to that have helped me. Also, I showed these exercises a couple weeks ago to a massage therapist who was getting a lot of pain in her hands, a little bit of numbness and tingling, and it was getting to the point she was struggling to do her job. And these exercises have helped her a lot, they've helped me a lot, and so I would just like to share them with the rest of the world in the hopes that they can help you. Now, I'm sitting on my knees. You can sit or stand however is comfortable for you. These first few exercises, it's just going to be moving our hands, so whatever is most comfortable for you. So first we're going to start both hands. You're spreading your fingers as wide as you can. Trying to create as much space as possible in between each finger. Really feeling the palm of your hand opening, the space between the fingers expanding, and then close and open. Close and open. And each time we open, try to think about getting a little bit more movement there in the fingers, stretching through the palms. Do this just a few more times. And just give each wrist a little circle, one direction, the other direction. Now, I'm just going to turn sideways so that you can see what I'm doing with my hands a little bit better. But we're going to just arms straight out in front of you, but relaxed, shoulders down and back, relaxed. And we're just going to pull the fingers back towards us for a few seconds, few breaths, and then turn them over the other way. And we'll just go back and forth here. Just warming up the wrists, getting our blood flowing, that area of our body, just gentle movement of the muscles. Now turn your hands to where your palms are facing in towards each other and extend the fingers wide and just move the fingers up a little bit and then down. Up and down. Up and down. In any of these exercises, we're just breathing naturally. Just make sure you're not holding your breath. And sometimes when we try to stretch muscles that we don't use on a regular basis, our jaw will want to tense up. So every once in a while, just check yourself to see if you're clenching your jaw. And if so, just relax your jaw. Okay, give them another little circle. Now I'm going to come into a tabletop. If that's comfortable for you on your knees, that's fine. You can come to a tabletop. Or if that's not comfortable for you, you can even do this above a table. You would just have to stand and get above the table to where you could put some pressure on your wrists. So whatever is most comfortable for you. If you are going to come to a tabletop, just check to see that your knees are below your hips and your wrists below your shoulders. And we're just going to do little circles, very little circles. And look at your fingers. We do want to keep our spreading our fingers as wide as possible. Go a few circles one direction and then switch and go the other direction. And I'm going to keep changing directions, but that's just so you can see me. You don't necessarily need to change directions yourself. For this one, still in a tabletop position, but I'm turning my fingers where they're pointing out to the sides. And just gently going to sway back and forth. Feel a nice stretch on the inside of your wrist. That stretch will go a little bit into the palm of your hand. A little bit of movement in your fingers here, but we're mostly warming up the wrist muscles. And then come back to center. Now I'm going to turn sideways again, so it's easier for you to see me. And this time, we're going to take our fingers towards us and take your wrist towards the floor. And the palms of your hand might not touch the floor. This might be as far as you can go. And if that's as far as you can go, that's great. And then if you can slightly lean forward, putting more pressure towards your hands and your wrists. And then, wherever you're at, where you can find a relative amount of comfort, just a nice gentle stretch, and very gently rock backward and forward. Just a few more times. Just want to get the wrists in all directions. Now, come forward, and then we're going to make just teeny, teeny, tiny circles. Even smaller circles than we made when our fingers were pointing forward. And then go the other direction. And now when we come out of this, we'll come out of it really slowly. This isn't a normal position for our hands or our wrists. So it might feel a little funny coming out of it. So just slowly lift those hands up, give them a little shake, a little circle. And then the last one here, fingertips are coming towards me. And I'm going to put pressure on my wrists. And just like all of these, only go as far forward as you comfortably can. You want to feel a little bit of a stretch there, but not pain. So if this is as far as you can go, that's as far as you can go. You just gently lean into it. And then we'll make teeny tiny circles just like the other ones. This is one that I do almost every day, all of these wrist exercises. I had a ganglion cyst removed from my left wrist about 5 years ago. And they successfully removed the cyst, but they cut through some of the muscles and tendons, and they didn't tell me I needed to do any physical therapy. Okay, go the other direction. So I developed some scar tissue and lost some of the range of movement in that wrist. But as I do these exercises, I've found that I've gotten back full range of motion. Okay, so slowly roll up. Now, this one is my personal favorite. It was also the personal favorite of the massage therapist that I was working with recently. We're going to do finger splits, just like it sounds, like with our legs, where we split with our legs. We're going to do that, but just with our fingers. So the first one we're going to do is we're trying to get an L here in between our thumb and our pointer finger. And we're trying to open up the space here, kind of in this web of skin here. So I'm going to put my thumbs down and then really stretch the other four fingers forward. And then just, you can kind of move around just a little bit. And I'm just doing one hand here so you can really see what that hand's doing. But of course, we want to do both hands. So get both thumbs down on the ground, other four fingers stretching forward, and just gently, gently push into that. And you can always ease up a little bit if it's too intense, or or you can lean forward a little bit more, putting your weight into it a little bit more. Now we're going to start the splits with our pointer fingers being the lead finger of the split, and then our middle finger is going to be like the back leg of the split. And I'm just putting very, very gentle pressure here. I'm not putting a lot of my body weight into this. I'm leaning just enough forward into it. I can feel a nice stretch there in between those fingers. And you can kind of move around here just a little bit. And then the next one, I promise I'm not flipping you off. But this is one where we're going to have our middle finger at the lead. So get both middle fingers in the lead. The rest of the fingers coming back. And then same thing, just gently push into that. Feeling a nice stretch on the back of the finger that's in front. A little bit of stretch on the front of the fingers that are coming back towards you. And just like all the others, if it feels good, you move your hands a little bit, just kind of changes the stretch up slightly. And then now our ring fingers will go forward, the rest of the fingers back. And each of these I try to hold 5 to 10 seconds. You just want to make sure when you do this, you do about the same amount of time with each finger, and always doing both hands. Just a couple more breaths here. And then the very last one, now our pinkies are going to be in the front, the rest of the fingers back. And just gently, gently putting pressure there. We are almost done. Then slowly come out of this, and I'm turning forward again just so you can see me. And as I'm talking, we'll do just a few circles here. So I hope that these exercises help you. I encourage you to do them at least once a day. If you can, twice a day. And the massage therapist that I was working with, she said that she was doing them before every massage. Okay, now let's go the other direction. And after every massage, and that was helping a lot with the pain in her hands. Okay, a few more of these, just open and close. I would also love it if you like this video, subscribe to my channel. It doesn't cost you a thing, but it really helps me out. And also, please comment. Did this help you? Did it not help you? What did you find helpful? What would you like more of, less of? Now let's just rub our palms together, feeling a little heat here. Feeling that energy in our hands, all the goodness we did for our hands, our wrists, our body. Hopefully it's feeling a little bit more fluid for you. And again, I hope you will comment. Let me know what you'd like to see more videos of. Do you want to see stuff for hips, shoulders, neck? Just let me know. What would you like to see? I'd love to make videos that will help you out. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again. Take care.